Elise.
And we are back with another video.
So for today's video, we're going to be doing a story time.
So this story time is going to be a little bit different from most story times. We're going to talk about something that happened to both of us, and we're going to try not to cry. Something that happened to both of us that was a really traumatic experience, and we still go through it till today. Even though it happened in 2014 and we're in 2017, I mean,
Still hurts because it's a constant reminder every day. But
yeah, it sucks.
anyway, okay, so for this story time, our topic is going to be is us losing our grandpa.
Yeah, we were really close
Yeah.
to him. He was like another father figure to both of us. I mean, yeah, so it's a really hard topic to talk about, but we're going to
Okay.
get right into the video.
So he was diagnosed with cancer. I'm not pretty sure where. Do you know? I think it's his
I
stomach,
think his stomach.
that spread. Yeah.
Yeah, because I did a school project about
Yeah,
it.
that's what I was gonna say. So he was diagnosed with cancer in his stomach and it spread to his whole body. This happened October 9th, 2014. He passed away. And
But he was battling cancer
yeah.
for a while. I mean, he beat it the first time.
And nobody told me. That was the thing.
Yeah,
Like,
the
nobody
first
told
time
me.
he beat it, he didn't want to tell her. I mean, I didn't know either until I knew he got it the second time. That's when I knew. But he beat it the first time, and then the second time, I guess, he just wasn't so lucky. He
But
was older already, too, so...
so this all happened like this. He was sick. So school had just started. He was in the hospital. He was sick. That day after school, I went to go see him. And I went with my little cousin, my uncle, and my father, and my grandma. Now, it was really hard on her. And like I said, me and my sister are really close to her. Like, we're, like, very attached, I would like to say. So, therefore, us seeing her in pain put us through more pain on top of the pain we already had seeing my grandpa like that. You understand?
Yeah, I mean, it was really scary for me, and I'm the type, I don't really like showing my emotions to people.
Yeah.
Because, but I mean, we already knew, like, he had trouble breathing on a Wednesday night, a few days before he had passed away. He went to the hospital that night because he couldn't breathe, and he never wanted to go to the hospital, but that night he wanted to.
He
So
had to.
He went to the hospital, he couldn't breathe. They brought him home. He was on hospice. He was in the hospital. Like, he was with all the machines and everything, but he was at home, so he was comfortable. I mean, my grandma, all of us were taking care of him, and, like, I feel like to this day, I still regret, like, not going,
because
seeing him more, and his last 2 days, like, I was really distant because I was scared, and I didn't know how to act. I was only 14 at the time. So, like, yeah, it was all, like, really new to me, and I didn't know how to react towards the situation. So I kept my distance from him. He would ask for me every day, and, you know, still to this day, it hurts me that I didn't just, you know, go say hi or go see him, you know.
Because when they brought him home, I would always, like, as much as it hurt me to do this, I knew that when his time would come, I didn't want to regret nothing. I didn't want to regret not being there for him, not having conversations with him, even though it was hard for him to answer me. So we were sitting there. We have an extra room in my grandma's house, so we had put his hospital bed there. And they told me, oh, he's coming back from the hospital. That means...
And in her mind, she thought he was okay.
Yeah, you know, he's okay.
I knew,
walking.
like... It's basically like your
basically like I was blindsided. They I know it happened, like their intentions were good for doing that, but I felt like I wouldn't have been better on. I felt like I would have coped with that at least a little better if I knew what was going to happen. Yeah. I have to say it was very traumatic for me. I found out, like, I woke up that morning.
So yeah, let's get to the morning where.
No, wait, let's get to the night before. Not the night before.
The night before he passed away. So October 8th.
He asked for her because he knew he was gonna let go. So
yeah, I went downstairs that night. He was talking to me about SpongeBob. Guys, my grandfather's kind of weird.
So we were downstairs, and I was the last hug. The second to last hug, because my grandma was the last hug, but the second to last hug that he gave. And when I held on tight to him, I told him, which
she was
I
like
kind of regret.
She was like letting go,
yeah,
but he was holding her tight.
Which
like,
I kind of regret, but I told him to let go. I mean, I couldn't see him in the pain. I felt like the faster... Don't get me... I don't know how to really word this. Not the faster that we went through it. Like, I feel like it would have felt better, but everything just happened so quickly. Like, so he held on to me. And I told him, I said, if you want to let go, you can let go. Because his breath was like...
Like, he was struggling. Every breath he took, he
Yeah.
struggled. And I feel like he held on so long for us. Like, that's the only reason
He did
why.
so much for us. Even on that bed when he couldn't move, he still managed
to make us feel special, us happy, all the time. But, yeah, so then let's get to October
morning
9th,
before.
the day he passed away. Why am I dog barking?
Shut
I'm
up.
trying to be sentimental over here.
Alright. So
Okay.
the morning before.
No, the morning
No, the morning of. Sorry.
Okay, so the morning of, like, everything that happened. This morning we both had school, so I woke up a little earlier than usual. Like 5 in the morning is when he passed away.
I was a
woke up-
heavy sleeper. So.
Yeah, I woke up at like 5:30, and nobody was in my house. Like, I went, looked for my mom. My mom wasn't there. My dad wasn't there. My sister was in the bed sleeping, so I didn't bother her. I just went. I went to go look for my parents. My grandparents lived in the second floor downstairs. And my other grandma lived in the first floor. So I went downstairs, and I mean, my grandmother was there. A whole bunch of people were in the house.
That
and I'm just
aren't
like,
normally there.
yeah, like in the morning, it's always just my grandma and my grandpa downstairs. We always say bye to them before we go to school, all that. But my parents were downstairs. My uncle was mad people. So I'm like,
I guess.
what happened?
Yeah.
And they're like, Jay, he died. And I'm like, no. And I go in the room, I looked for him. He wasn't there. And everybody like tries to like grab me. And I mean, like I said before, I'm not the type that I want to be pulled on top of. So I was just like, just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Like, I started screaming. I just ran. I ran upstairs to my mom's room.
And then.
And I just laid down for hours and hours that day, and everybody would come, and I just felt like I was so in shock that I didn't know how to feel. Like, I didn't know whether to cry. I didn't know whether, like, I didn't know how to feel. Like, so I was so in shock. So I just stood there. Like, everything was just a blur to me that day. Like, you know, everything was really just a blur.
So then.
Let her tell her when she woke up. They let her sleep until like
so
8:30.
they let me sleep, and I was like, oh my God, I'm late for school. So I got up. And my dad was at the door of his room. So I already knew. So I was like, he died. But, like, I yelled it. So, like, I don't know why I yelled it, but they heard me. Like, all my family was there, they heard me. I was like, he died? And then my
it was
dad.
just me, my mom, my dad, like, that woke her, like, basically was there when she woke up. And
My-
she just looked at us and was like, he died.
You're going to let me tell my part of the story? Or
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And then he opened his arms, and I just bursted into tears. Like, I felt so empty. Like, and it was just like I just felt so empty inside because, like, I was thinking ahead. I was like, now I'm going to wake up and he's not going to be there. Now we're not going to be able to go, like, you know, like, it was just so much that hit me. And I thought, like, I had that feeling the night before because I did tell him to let go. But, like, I didn't know I thought what I was talking about. You know, like, I only thought, like, oh, maybe I feel that way, but maybe he's gonna, like, hang on. Maybe he's gonna overcome it.
And maybe he's gonna get better.
Yeah.
She thought he was gonna get better to the day he laid in that funeral bed. She said, he's still alive,
I
guys.
said,
He
"It's
looks
a
too
dream."
it's a dream. He's alive. What is wrong with you? Like, she was so in denial about the whole situation. But yeah, so basically, like, we just did funeral arrangements, burial, all of that, like, you know, normal stuff that we went through. I mean, it's still hard, like, you know, fast forward to today when this October 9th, it'll be how many years? 4?
5, I think.
No, 15, 16, 17, like 3 years, 3 or 4 years. That
So,
he's passed.
yeah.
So we're going to the
obviously-
funeral. I mean, the funeral home. We're going to the.
I obviously still.
I was confused as to where she was going.
I
Sorry.
obviously still, like, cope with it. Like, it's hard on me because there's nights that hit me and I know that, like, maybe I wouldn't be going through this, or I do certain things and, like, I get disciplined, like, towards it, and like, I'm like, he wouldn't be proud of me if I did this, you know? So, like, I am a person that overthinks that a lot. So on his birthday, which is on Christmas Eve, which is really hard because we go to our aunt's house, and they they actually got us a Christmas present on Christmas Eve that made me and my sister cry. Like, I'm pretty sure I still have the photo. I'm going to put it in the end of the video.
Yeah.
But it made me and my sister cry, and it was a photo of him.
With us. And what does it
We
say?
still have our baby face here. You can read it.
It says, you will continue to live on in our hearts and on our minds until the day when we will be together again.
Yeah. So.
So we always keep this with us. I mean, all the time. We have his shirt with his picture on it, and
So
we have still some of his clothes in my grandmother's house.
yeah, and
We just try to
obviously-
keep a piece of him with us all the time because he was a great role model, and I mean, yeah, he was just a really good man, and he treated my grandma, you know, he showed that love exists, people. He treated my grandma like a queen, and he treated us like his princesses, and
Yeah, but basically to recap it all, it was hard for all of us. It was especially hard for my grandma. They were together
they were married for 35 years,
years.
but together I think for like
Before
another,
for a couple
yeah,
of years.
for a while. before
So
they got
I
married.
stay with her still to this day
She
because
sleeps with her in their bed.
I don't care. Call me a big baby, but I don't know. I feel like that just like comforts me that I'm in his spot. As weird as that sounds, I know
Like,
how
she's in his-
weird
so
that
she
sounds, but like
sleeps with
yeah. And my grandma still has dreams with him. She actually had a dream with him today that me and my sister I think we're going to a store or something like that
Yeah, because we would always
yeah.
make him take us to get
I
ice
really wasn't
cream,
paying attention.
Food.
But yeah, she was taking to the store, and then my grandpa and my grandma were there, and then she was like, Jay was like, I want candy, and then I was like, oh, I want it too, because I was just like always her tail.
Yeah.
So
Still is. Anyways, besides
yeah, but you
that.
like me more. So yeah, he was like, oh, I'll get it for you, and that just reminded me of how he always used to spoil us. Like even if my parents didn't know, he'd be like, oh, come on, let's just
I remember this time, right? We were, I was really, really young still at the time. I don't even think she was, I think my mom was pregnant with her still. But I was like 3, turning 4. And he would take me to get Burger King all the time. Like, that was my shit. Like, Burger King was my shit. I don't know why. I was 4 years old and I wanted Burger King. So I was like, I want Burger King. And my parents said no. So I was like,
yeah,
what's no again? So I went downstairs, walked my little 4-year-old self down all my stairs, knocked on my grandparents' door and was like, Papa, I want Burger King. And he's like, no, Jay, telling me no. And I'm like, why is everybody telling me no? Like, so I got really mad, and I thought I could go to Burger King by myself. So I walked down the other flight of stairs to the front entrance of the door, 4 years old, thinking I'm gonna go get Burger King, and I stood in the front of my door and I got scared.
She started crying.
Yeah, and I started crying. So then my grandfather felt bad that I actually went outside. I ended up getting Burger King that day.
Yeah, we're spoiled brats still to this day. And when people
Yeah.
tell me no, and I'm like,
What's that again?
why are you telling me no? Like, why are
Huh?
you being so rude? Like, when
That's
somebody says no to me, it's
rude.
like, you're rude. You're rude. But yeah. So I'm pretty sure that's it.
Our grandfather made us that way.
Grandfather?
Yeah, I meant to say father, but I
Yeah.
said father.
He is still missed and will always be missed. And around these 3 months that are about
Are
to
the
pass,
worst months.
no, 4th months. Yeah, 4th months that are about to pass are really hard because one,
October 9th, he passed away.
and we go to his cemetery. She
Nope.
doesn't go, but I'm pretty sure my grandma wants her to go this time.
I don't really like going.
But I'm pretty sure my grandma wants her because this is the day she died. And the thing that I do remember, which freaks me out, is that every time I go to the cemetery, I remember them putting the casket in the thingy, and my grandma wanted to go in the casket,
she didn't
remember?
want to leave him.
And I was like trying to fight them. Like they had to put me all the way in the back because I was trying to fight them. And I was like, no, mama, blah, blah. Because I really thought she was going to go in the casket. Oh, they
She
know.
wasn't. She just didn't want to let him go.
It was hard to see her like that.
Then November is around the time of my birthday, which is also hard for me. December is Christmas.
She doesn't like to cut a
without
cake
him.
or nothing.
Yeah, I
for
don't
her
eat cake
birthday
anymore
because
for my birthday.
we
because-
always used to cut a Carvel cake, ice cream cake.
Yeah, that was our thing. We would buy Carvel cakes for each other's birthday every year, and we do this like party where we try to surprise each other, but we all knew it was coming. Like we still to this day like try to do it, but like I mean it's just not the same.
Yeah, we locked them in the room and then
Yeah, we'd be like, well, just
Yeah.
stay here in the room. We'll like put balloons and stuff, and then
it's not the same. So I'm pretty sure next year we're not gonna do it because like I feel like certain things
Without
that you
him,
do, it
it's
has
just-
to be with certain people.
yeah, I don't know. It just
yourself.
wasn't. It's not okay without him. But we try to continue the tradition a little.
So we're gonna get our feelings now and end this video with happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. But anyway, yeah.
Thank you for watching the video. Like, subscribe. We told you a little bit, inside about us.
Next story time, I'm pretty sure it'll be way happier. This is the saddest it gets.
Yeah, saddest it gets.
With her.
All right, thank you guys for watching. Bye.